Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a Premier League 21/22 table predictions. Disclaimer: I know we are 3 weeks into the season, but don't worry, I am basing this off a list of predictions I wrote a week before the season started. Alright, let's go. Oh, and before we start, please press subscribe. So to start off with, at rock bottom of the table I have gone with Norwich. Daniel Farke's boys are one of those teams too good for the Championship but not good enough for the Premier League. They go up every season then come back down. Not good enough. They don't have a reliable consistent goalscorer and haven't strengthened the team enough this summer. Billy Gilmour is a great addition to the team, but he won't be enough to keep them up. 20th place, Norwich. At 19th place, getting relegated, I have gone with Brighton. A lot of people have them to stay up comfortably, but I think this will be the season that they go down. They just aren't good enough. They lost what some would say is their star man in Ben White and didn't bring any half-decent player to replace him. And the final team to get relegated I think will be Watford. Apart from Sarr and a couple others, they are Championship level. Not good enough for the Premier League. They really didn't do well in the window either, selling arguably their best player to a London rival, Hughes, and Deeney to Birmingham. They will produce some shockers but not enough to stay up. It might even come down to the final games, but they will not be able to scrape over the line. Another little extra prediction: I think Watford manager Xisco will be sacked at around January. He does not know how to compete in this challenging league. 18th place will be Watford. In 17th place, just surviving the drop, I think will be Newcastle. Not much to say about the Magpies. They had a very below average window and dare I say it, they are carried by Alanson Maximin. I think they have a good enough squad to just survive, but they just need better players, more higher quality characters in defense and midfield. No disrespect to Jonjo Shelvey the Lord. At 16th place I have Brentford. The only promoted team that will stay up. I think they are more than capable than earning a comfortable position in the table. After seeing them beat Arsenal 3-0 I would have put them higher, but that would have been cheating. They had a brilliant window, bought in Aja and multiple other young stars. At 15th place I have Southampton. A very strange transfer window in terms of that they focused more on the future with young talents who perhaps aren't yet Premier League quality. They also sold the likes of Jannik Vestergaard and Danny Ings. New signing Adam Armstrong will bag loads and keep Southampton up. At 14th place is Burnley. Sean Dyche and his Burnley are known for their boring football. However, they always seem to stay up and go into each season very confidently after a usually rubbish window. However, I think this season Burnley have had one of the best windows in the league. Bringing in Ivorian winger Maxwell Cornet, Euro 2020 star Connor Roberts, Wayne Hennessy and Nathan Collins. A brilliant window that will see these players bring exciting football to Turf Moor. Very unlike Sean Dyche, but this season should be another season of Burnley securing survival. In 13th place may be a surprise. Leeds United Football Club. I just don't think they have bought in enough to strengthen the team and compete for a European place. Bamford will for sure continue his goal-scoring abilities and has already earned himself an England call-up this autumn. I think Wolves will finish 12th. They didn't have a great season last year, but they had a superb transfer window, bringing in Trincao on that wing and Jose Sa in between the sticks. They have so much potential to be a Champions League side, but definitely need a few more years under new manager Bruno Lage. Very exciting times for Wolves fans. Everton are a strange team. From going to title contenders in the first few weeks of last season to finishing in an average place. A controversial managerial appointment in Rafa Benitez and a bunch of new signings such as Damari Gray, Andros Townsend, and Asmir Begovic should see the Toffees finish in a solid mid-table position. In 10th place, the dark horses of the 21/22 Premier League season, Crystal Palace. The Eagles are second favourite to go down. Patrick Vieira is the favourite to be the first manager sacked. I disagree with this. I think the club have had the best summer window of the league. Bringing in 2 Premier League quality centre-backs in Guhi and Anderson, Will Hughes, Watford's best player last season, Michael Olise, the Championship Young Player of the Season, Cobham boy Conor Gallagher, and Celtic's top scorer on many different occasions, Odsonne Edouard. New manager Patrick Vieira was sacked at both New York City and OGC Nice. He is understandably favourite to be first manager sacked, but the fans, who are known to be one of the best in the English football setup, will get behind the Frenchman and finish in their joint highest position of the club's history, 10th. Finishing 9th in the Premier League this season I think will be West Ham. The Hammers had a big window, bringing in Chelsea centre-half Kurt Zouma and goalkeeper Alfonso Areola. They will look to continue their incredible form and position last season, as they secured European football. English striker Michail Antonio has already got off the mark this season and at the time of recording, is the league's top goalscorer. A very good window, a very good striker, 2 good Czech friends. 9th place, West Ham. Big oofs. Although Palace top my list, Aston Villa come second with the best summer window. They gained massive amounts of money after selling star player and club legend Jack Grealish, and took to the market to spend that on a huge load of players: Leon Bailey, Emi Buendia, Danny Ings, who I think is a very very good signing. They always put on a real fight for European football, but this season will just unfortunately miss out. In 7th place is Arsenal. I could make a try not to laugh video out of this club. No hate at all, but the situation is absolutely embarrassing. A very very poor start to the season, 3 losses in 3, no goals. Arsenal right back Ainsley Maitland-Niles took to his Instagram story to express his urge to leave. He was banished into the U23s. 50 million Great British pounds on Ben White. 20 million on a backup goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale, and a right back called Tony Ayasu, who not many had heard of. I rate the signing of Martin Odegaard, but it just won't be enough to get Champions League football. As I mentioned, this list was made before the season started, so I wouldn't have Arsenal to finish 7th, but rules are rules. Arteta needs to go, really needs to go. If they lose their next game, then he should be sacked on the full-time whistle. Laughable manager. A new manager and a fresh start as soon as possible could revive hopes of European football for the Gunners. The highlight of Tottenham's window wasn't the signing of Bryan Gil, or Christian Romero, or even Emerson Royal. It was keeping hold of Harry Kane. The English striker, who won the Golden Boot last season, was almost guaranteed to join City or Paris Saint-Germain, and even after refusing to turn up to training. The 29-year-old eventually tweeted and announced he will be a Tottenham player for the season. The Lily Whites are more than capable of getting top 6 with this squad. Nuno Espirito Santos was an unexpected appointment, but in my opinion will turn out to be the most underrated. 6th place, Tottenham Hotspur. Now on to top 5. Leicester had a very underrated window, signing Zambian national Patson Daka, Yannick Vestergaard, and keeping hold of Wilfred Ndidi, and more. The Foxes have a dangerous strike force and will without a doubt be qualifying for Europa League football. Liverpool had the worst window in the league in my opinion, a very bold statement for a rich club like Liverpool. The Reds bought in just Leipzig defender Connaught and sold many deadwood fringe players. They kept their hands on Firmino, Salah, and Mane, which is the important thing and is definitely the key to Champions League football. In 3rd place I have Chelsea. The European champions bought in Lukaku, the main highlight of their summer. The Belgian striker is an absolute beast and will be bagging tons this season. They also bought in Saúl Ñíguez in the last hours of deadline day, which could turn out to be a nice addition to their midfield, which includes N'Golo Kante and UEFA Player of the Year winner and European Championships winner, Jorginho. Youngster Trevor Chalobah has also entered the scene at Chelsea, scoring a belter on his Premier League debut versus Crystal Palace. Thomas Tuchel will definitely have big plans this season, but unfortunately will miss out on the Premier League title. Man City, last season's champions, will finish 2nd this year. The club, nicknamed Oil FC, bought in just one player, Jack Grealish, for 100 million Great British pounds from Aston Villa. They have had a great start to the season, beating Arteta's Arsenal 5-0. Pep Guardiola has reportedly announced that he will leave City in 2023, and it's safe to say he has built quite the squad. Argentine striker Sergio Aguero, who left City on a free for Barcelona in the summer, said his goal with City was to win the Champions League. He never reached it during his time in Manchester. But could this be Manchester City's opportunity to finally win a Champions League trophy? Questions could be raised on how they failed to complete the transfers of Kane, Messi, and Ronaldo, but a 2nd place finish shouldn't disappoint the so-called fans of City. And bringing to you, my Premier League champions, Manchester United. The Red Devils had one of the best windows in the league, bringing young Dortmund winger Jadon Sancho, who they have been after for years. They also brought in Raphael Varane, who will add a lot of experience and will slot perfectly next to Harry Maguire. And they also bought in the best transfer of the whole summer, the best player to step on a football pitch, Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese winger unexpectedly handed in a request to leave and was rumoured to join City, and was even spotted on his way to the Etihad, before United jumped in behind the scenes and snapped him up. Go and check my previous video for more insight on this transfer and some of the stats behind his career. They will look to build on a very solid Champions League performance too, potentially winning the competition following a disappointing penalty shootout versus Villarreal in the Europa League final. Oh Nad, by the way, Romelu Lukaku will win the Golden Boot and Tottenham's home-minute son will top the league with the most assists. 2 brilliant players. And that, lads, is it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and hit the notification bell. Also leave a comment so I know you reached the end of the video. And now I will waffle about so I can hit the 10-minute mark. How are you all doing? I like toast. I like putting butter on it then cutting it into 2 triangles. You? Let me know down below. Bye.